Hello, Mihran. It's a nice occasion to talk to you. You're such a busy man, and I know it's hard to find even 3 minutes. And you spend a whole hour with us, and we're talking about your life because the show is about immigrants who made themselves here. And you're an immigrant of first generation, right? You moved
Yes.
from Iran how many years ago?
I moved to Canada 1993. So that's
1993.
30 years ago.
Actually, 30 years ago.
Yes. Yeah,
Congratulations. How was it then? Is Canada different now?
for sure. It has been developed significantly
Yeah, yeah. What
since
was
then.
your first impression moving to Canada?
Well, back then when I moved into Canada, there was not much social media or internet, so I didn't know much about Canada. I
Yeah.
came to study, and that was it.
Which city, Vancouver?
Vancouver, yes.
Right in Vancouver.
Yes.
Okay. My first city was Calgary, which was different from Vancouver.
Really?
Yes, yes. So you decided you set up basically family here, you got married, all in Vancouver.
Yes. So
Okay.
after a few years, I was going to college and I met my
Uh-huh.
wife there.
Oh, fantastic.
We got married and now we
Yeah.
have two kids, two girls, one of them going to university
Oh
this
my
year. Yeah.
God. Such a story.
Yes.
And that's why people move here. They sometimes telling me they move in for next generation. But I always tell, don't forget about yourself. What's your interest in life outside of work? I know you're hard worker like me, but any interest?
Yeah, of course. I think, in my opinion, success is not only the business side.
Right.
Success should be a
Mm-hmm.
package of your lifestyle, your family, your body, your hobbies, and obviously your business.
What kind of business you in?
Right now, I'm doing immigration services.
Any specific immigration in terms of students, worker, business people, refugees? What would be
Uh,
your orientation?
yeah, we are kind of basically targeting all different types of
Mm-hmm.
immigration. So, from the visitor visa, study permit, work
Mm-hmm.
permit, job offers, startup, and then business category. Yeah.
Okay,
So we
okay,
are we
quite
are quite big, yeah, in
quite
terms
big.
of like the services we offer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Fantastic, fantastic. So, if we're talking about servicing people, um, I heard among many professionals who work in community, within community, they have this opinion, which I don't share, but I want to find out your opinion about that. Like working in community is very satisfying because people speak my own language, I speak own language, I don't have that hesitation speaking in English. And but in my view, if you limit yourself to community only, you kind of limiting yourself in terms of openness to public and to the world. Which model you prefer?
we do provide services to our ethnic people,
Hmm.
which are the
Well,
Iranians, the
it's
Persian
normal, yeah.
people. However, I guess, in my opinion, if you want your business to expand, you should not basically hold yourself for your ethnic community only,
Right.
and you have to think about like a broad audience.
Hmm.
And that broad audience in Canada is we
Hmm.
have a multicultural society here, so you have to reach out to all different ethnic groups
Hmm.
to expand your business.
And that's good approach in terms of business longevity, I would say, because if you just limit yourself to own community, at certain time it's like scraping the bottom of the barrel. It's That's it. Not many new people come in by the time you need more clients, and open yourself to public opens yourself to wider audience and more clientele, which is good model. That's why I like it. But working in community, what prompted you to start your own business opposed to building career, let's say? Any specific motivation or desperation or anything?
Well, I guess everybody wants to have their own business, and everybody wants to
Mm.
success and get to the next level. But for me, the motivation basically was helping my community. That was
Okay.
first thing. because I noticed that there are many Iranians that they wanted to move to Canada, and back then when I started the business about 15 years ago,
Yeah.
there were not many companies that offered this service, and there were people, but they were mostly one-man show businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up with the idea to have locations,
Right.
start with locations and having professional staff,
Mm-hmm.
so we could focus on innovation and basically servicing our people and keeping them happy and giving them the best customer service we could.
That's good. And basically, you mentioned implementing innovation in your own business eventually brought us together working on some startups we process, and it's very satisfying to basically see entrepreneurs come into Canada, bringing some ideas, settle here, and develop in business. I think that's a great model of proper transition for business people because sometimes they use programs that deplete their resources, I would say, and then when time is here to grow family and build a business, they probably spent everything they had. So we all hear horror stories and we try to prevent it. I know both of us trying to do whatever possible for new immigrants to save money, time, and definitely deliver good result. I heard a lot about your success on the market. That's very satisfactory. We did some opinion collection in the Persian community, and everybody's saying Mehran is a good man. It's a very honorable
Thank you.
word. Let's say you have an opportunity to go back to Tehran and just say, talk to group of potential immigrants. Let's say they already got PR approved and they're ready to move. What would be your advice to them? What would you recommend them to do?
Well, they have to be open-minded, and
Mm-hmm.
they always have to look at the opportunities here differently.
Okay.
Canada is a multicultural society, and it respects and
Right.
value every ethnic,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a fair country. So
Yes.
the opportunities are the same for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and I would tell them to basically adopt themselves to this new life, because once you move,
Okay.
once you immigrate, everything's gonna change in terms of like your daily activities. From the day you open your door, you come out, and
Yeah.
there are different cultures. So you have to adopt yourself.
And what I call don't burn connections to your home country, but burn your bridges in terms of always looking back. Because that's what holding people, they're always looking and say, maybe I will come back, maybe I don't like it here. And that holds their life, in my view. But that's a good advice, by the way, because what I found from my experience, when people arrive here, they so entangled in current events and procedures and whatever they need to do, and definitely it may cost them very valuable time to build something, to do something. So that's great. That's perfect advice, I guess. In terms of adapting to nature, what city you would recommend for Iranians? I mean, Vancouver or something else? You obviously been in many cities, right?
Yeah, the Iranians, the target cities are usually Vancouver or Toronto, but I always advise them to go and move a little bit outside of these areas, and I
Uh-huh.
have my reasons for that. I always
Mm-hmm.
tell them that one of the things that it helped them to adopt faster is the language and the culture.
Yeah.
So, fortunately or unfortunately, there are many Iranians now located in Vancouver and Toronto.
Yeah.
And most people, when they move here, they barely use English.
Yeah.
So if they go do their banking, they speak Farsi,
Yeah.
insurance, they speak Farsi, and every services there is a Farsi speaking person. So they cannot improve their
Yeah.
English. And also, since the community is all Persians, so they don't see the other cultures.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
I
So
heard the verb. Sorry for interruption. I heard this saying, "Oh, we simply don't go into Canada." Like you live in own community, you don't even communicate in English, so why you need English? But
yeah,
That's real disadvantage. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, but
that's interesting story.
I have people that they said since they moved to Canada,
Yeah.
their English is actually worse than what it was
Oh,
before
really?
they come to Canada, because they had to at one point
Yeah.
to prepare themselves,
Yeah.
and they thought when they come to Canada they're gonna improve it. However, when they come
Yeah.
here and they stay in those areas that
Yeah.
populated with their ethnic community, then they barely use their English language.
Yes.
So for that reason, I always offer them and advise them. I say, go live in Saskatchewan for 1 year, in Halifax 1 year. You're gonna
Yeah.
improve your English. You're gonna improve your.
Maybe that will be weird accent, but
Yeah,
that's
but
that's a good
at
idea.
least they get the feel of the Canada, feel of the
Yeah.
Canadian living and culture.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but when people arrive and they waiting for the time to apply for citizenship, and they have to be here, let's say for 3 years, I have one suggestion. I wonder if you will approve it. I say, for 3 years you have to be in Canada if you want to get passport faster. Why don't you explore Canada? Every vacation, don't go outside, just explore Canada. Stay here, enjoy it. So many places. During COVID, we travel more places internally because
Yeah,
there was restriction on
yeah.
international travel, and so many places to discover. I know you got very good connection to Lake Country. You like to travel there a lot with family, right?
Yes. Well, yeah, I wish all people that they decide to immigrate to Canada, my advice would be, the first thing is you gotta find the reputable and good company that they
That's
could
important.
help you,
Yeah.
an immigration company that has enough staff and they could give you the best service they could, and also find the best category or
Yes.
best way of coming to Canada, because there are so many different ways of coming to Canada, and if you're not assessed
Yeah.
properly, maybe you go into a wrong category and you're gonna waste
Absolutely.
lots of time
And money too.
and money, and then 2 3 years later you
Yeah.
find out that, oh, okay, you know, I made a mistake and I should have gone through this category. But the cooperation I had with you for the last few years, and we've been doing startup business, I think startup right now is one of the best options for people that they want to have a file that it
Yeah.
is a PR leading to the end, and that will basically help them with the minimum requirement.
Yeah.
And the good news is, since we started with you 4 years ago, and then we got a little bit unlucky, we got into the COVID, and
COVID, yes.
there was a 2 years delay. But fortunately, we were lucky. 2 weeks ago, we received our first visas
That's
for our
perfect.
clients. And that was a big news because
perfect,
so
yeah.
many people were thinking and asking if any of your clients received visa, because they were worried about this category. And now that we've seen the result, I guess I would definitely advise and recommend people take advantage of this
Yeah.
program, because in terms of the processing, in terms of the documentations and requirements, it's still one of the best programs in the market. And,
It is.
we
At
don't know how
least.
long it's going to be open, but let's take advantage.
No, I think government just gave a good seal of approval for this program, increasing the amount of processed cases. So I hope we will enjoy the time together again and again.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
you.
Mehran.
Thank you for having
very
me. It
much.
was a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thank you.